So, Hank, we all good to go for our new science project?
Yep, I've taken everything up to the roof. Well, with a little help from the Hulk. Now, we just need to put it all together.
Be careful up there, you two. The last thing we need is someone falling off the roof and ending up in a cast again.
Across the world to get to... Bet you're glad to be back in action, huh, Tony?
Yeah, there's only so many Sudoku puzzles a guy can do before he goes crazy. Now, let's build some stuff.
Right, let's go get that Nessus fragment out of the cave. What do you mean somebody already got it? Aw, man.
Time to think big.
Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have an actual dragon inside. Somebody owes me a blue stud.
Don't mind me, just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Here comes Daredevil, the man without fear.
Something must have gone down in the Cave of Dragons. That disembodied voice isn't yelling at me when I walk past him.
Are you here for the anger management session?
Hey, at least we still have our house.
I've picked up a crime taking place near your location. Can you go take a look?
No! Help me! trouble.
Any citizens having trouble dealing with their recent time displacement should contact their nearest...
Beat it, kid.
About time you showed up. The Daily Bugle just landed its next big front page story, and we need somebody to take a picture to go with it. Toot sweet!
Hello, Red Biggin. I never expected that you'd be on one of my streams before, but that's cool. So how you doing? How you doing tonight? Let me fix my microphone.
This is a hot
Give me just a second, I'll turn the music down.
I'm only going to give you the details if you agree to take the job. So, you're just going to stand there, you're going to pull out your little camera phone or whatever and do this for me. Good answer. Right. Let me tell you what I need from you. Fella from Sakar, one of the natives, I think, the little bug-looking things. He's going for the Chronopolis world record for most laps swam around Kang Citadel. Pretty stupid if you ask me, but news is news. Give me a shot of that loser. You got that? Don't come back without that picture.
Okay, let me fix the audio so it's not too loud. Okay. Can you hear me? Is this microphone working? I'm good. I just saw a notification. Dude, dude, you're cool. I never knew you were subscribed to me though. It's fine. It's fine. You join in. I'm cool with it. I've watched some of your videos and like you're really cool. Thank you for joining in, by the way.
Saw a big crate being wheeled into Fisk Tower the other day. I know it's none of my business, but I can't help wondering what.
Yeah, I've heard about all this shit this week. I can hear you. That's good. It just sounds so loud here.
You could win a fabulous prize. The prize is satisfaction and a job well done. Same as all the others. Sorry.
Okay. But I heard about all of this shit this week with all this crap. You got all these idiots on Twitter. They're going there. I got into a argument with some of these asshole idiots. They're going all these morons saying about Peter Parker being that they want him being bisexual or trans. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, and this what the crazy thing is. I mentioned like 10 different times. Every time I got into an argument with one of these fools, I kept saying, like, there's a Spider-Verse of hundreds of characters, hundreds of Spider-Man characters, or Spider characters. It shouldn't be that hard, since there's hundreds of characters, it shouldn't be that hard to come up with a universe where there's a new character who's gay, or bi, or trans, who gets bit by a radioactive spider and becomes a spider superhero. But it's like, every time I mentioned it, they either
my face.
They either
Apparently
ignored
there's some kind of exhibition
me,
up in that ruined building. Man.
or they were saying like, oh, that I'm somehow homophobic or transphobic, and I'm like, I just don't get people anymore. It's crazy. Let me see, where am I supposed to go? I figured I wanted to do something themed. I have this. I don't have Spider-Man PS4 yet, but I have this. And I was gonna get, I was trying to get different, because I haven't gotten a lot of characters unlocked in this.
All this snow gear's a waste of money, huh?
Well, different Spider-Man characters unlocked. Where am I supposed to go? Wait.
Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have an actual dragon inside. Somebody owes me a blue
This is
star.
crazy. So first they were like, people were bitching about that. Then the Sony deal ended.
We're not gonna get attacked again, are we?
And then I heard about
Where is this guy?
Stanley's daughter came forward. Stanley's daughter came forward and said
really
that
makes you realize how
they were
precious
shitty.
every moment is.
Disney and Marvel were shitty.
A free snack bar for sitting through a 3-hour seminar?
I don't know if it was necessarily to Stan or if they just didn't really give a crap about Spider-Man. I guess that's what I'm wondering, if MCU Spider-Man
chilly up here, huh?
Was like the reason why they had him play such second fiddle to Iron Man in Civil War, Homecoming, Infinity War, was because they didn't have full rights to Spider-Man.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition
I guess that'd be being too light about it. Because I mean, Spider-Man's and that's what I saw. That's what you said on your video. Spider-Man's like Marvel's biggest character. They don't need Iron Man. She said they wanted full control of his character.
With another Kang announcement. All citizens are
the thing I saw, they said that they just they were some of the worst people to have the characters or something.
Stupid snow. Taking
know.
forever to plow.
I don't even know where
I need a change of scenery.
Where the hell I'm going. Let me see. I was trying to get J. Jonah. But I heard that, okay, I was here. I'll just get somebody else. I don't know what I was supposed to do. Usually there's like something that's supposed to show where you're supposed to go. Wonder Man. But I figured I'd play a little bit of this. I'll get back to what I was saying in just a minute. I'd play a little bit of this. Finally, after 4 years, they finally released the PlayStation 4 exclusive skins pack of, it's 2 Batman skins and a Batmobile skin for Arkham Knight, and the skins are the Justice League 3000 skin, the Adam West Batman skin, and the 60s Batmobile skin. Previously, the only way you could get those skins were if the only way you could get those skins was if you either pre-ordered the game on PS4 or if you got, there's like, they sold codes after that you put in and you get it for free. But they finally publicly, you can finally like download. It's a free download too. So I was really tickled that because I've had the game for a while, but I always wanted that pack. And then in even more good news regarding that, someone at Rocksteady said that early next year, the very hard to get, let me see, Nueva York, I think Agent Venom is there, so I can try getting that. Ooh, Spider-Man. Okay, what was I saying? Someone at Rocksteady said that
I've noticed some criminal activity
that
not
there
far
was
from where you are.
one of the skins, which was the Earth 2 Batman skin. From what I heard, you could only get at some Mountain Dew event in 2015. From what I heard, it's going to be released both in this new Arkham Collection thing on PS4, but it's also going to be a free download coming in early January 2020 for anyone who just owns a regular copy of Arkham Knight. So I think that's really cool. So now, if people wanted, they could have all of the skins. The only one that would still be hard to find is the Zurin R. Batman skin. I don't know what they're planning on doing with that. But back to the main topic. There's been so much shit, like, shit's unraveling with Disney. Like, first there was the crap with, the, money, the theme park inflation, which you also covered on your video. There was the whole thing that they were, and I heard more details about the whole thing about with Sony. Apparently Sony, there was stuff
If your home
that
was
I
lost
heard
or
that
sliced in half during the
reports were
formation
saying
of
that
my
they
glorious
still
world,
wanted to work with
then why not
Disney,
consider
or
signing
partnered
up
with
to
Disney,
Kang's Army,
and
where
they
every
even
recruit
offered a 70-30 share, which is actually very fair, instead of it being 50-50. Apparently, I think John Campia, I think is his name. I saw like a brief clip of his video, and he said that if Disney had gotten 50-50, it wouldn't have been just for future MCU Spider-Man movies. It would have also had, they would have had, I think, more control over stuff like Venom 2, Into the Spider-Verse 2. So I'm like, I'd rather they give up MCU Spidey over. Well, I haven't seen Venom, but I don't want them to give up Into the Spider-Verse for MCU. And I'm probably rambling. I'm so sorry.
Every day's great at Alchemax.
Funny. But how's your day been? Where the hell is Spider? Oh, he's right there. Okay, well, why didn't I see the icon or the light showing me where he's supposed to be? Come on, get up there. Don't worry, I'm listening. Well, I've had people tell me before that I talk too much, and I didn't want to be too whatever and just chew you off. I've been doing good. I've been doing, it's been off and on. I've been doing, like, there's some days I'm alright, and I mean, I'm okay. Some days I feel a little depressed, but I've been feeling better now. After E3, because being the kind of dumbass I was, I had my tablet screen record, one of the E3 live streams on YouTube. I didn't know at the time, apparently that's a no-no. So for a little while, I couldn't live stream or do like live stream videos of anything, like either comic news or gameplay videos. So that was a thing. I feel like, because I heard the minimum was 90 days. I feel like they probably cut it down, because I remember it was in June. It was in June when they put the ban or whatever on the live stream thing. And I remember looking it up, and I remember reading that the thing is supposed to be a 90-day ban, but I think since I was mostly inactive on YouTube during that time, I hadn't, other than commenting and liking videos, I hadn't done really many videos at all. So I don't know if they cut it down, if they reduced it to 60 days. I have no idea. That's one of the things
Citizens of Chronopolis
hate
are
about
reminded
this game.
not
I
to
love this
wantonly
game.
deface public property.
They got quite a few
Specifically,
characters
stop
in this
putting
game.
those weird top hats on top
But
of things.
I can't fucking find Spider-Ham. Went to all the trouble to play this damn thing, and I can't. Wait, he's right there? Okay, so I go up and then left. Okay. So, this. I'm gonna go this way. Okay, I'm on the right track so far.
I wonder if the people from the past thought the future would have more spacesuits in it.
Oh, boy.
There you are.
Where'd I end up this time? Seriously, can't a swine go 2 seconds without being dragged into another universe? What are we dealing with this time, huh? Population enslaved by killer bread people? The only currency is love? Everyone's favorite movie is Howard the Duck?
I don't even know if you caught some of that. It, like, fell slightly. I've gotten some strikes myself in the past.
Whatever. That's not important right now. I need to find my friends.
But
they were with me right up until I was brought here, so it stands to reason that they were
I know
probably yanked
at
into
least
this place
know
too,
better
right?
now that
In that case, we better find them before those killer bread people do.
But this is actually this stream right here. This is actually, I found out a few days ago that
so you're coming? Thanks, pal. I didn't really fancy my chances
I found out a few
wandering
days
around this
ago
weird place
that
without some backup.
the ban was lifted.
Keep your eyes
So
peeled for my friends, okay?
this is the first
you
that
probably
I've
know them when you see them.
done anything. I mean,
Apparently,
I came
there's
close.
some
I was
shady- I've noticed
originally,
some criminal activity not far from
I
where
was
you are.
originally just gonna
You know what to do.
watch some Spectacular Spider-Man because I watched the first I rewatched the first episode a little while ago.
That one lucky citizen can win themselves a tour of my citadel.
They added the all
finding
26
the
episodes on the Roku channel.
inside the wrapper of
They were already on Crackle, but
delicious
yeah.
bar. As an added bonus, you will then be enlisted in
Fratwig, don't worry, buddy. We'll save you. Fratwing, buddy, I know this might not be the best time, but you realize you're not wearing any clothes, right?
I got Spider-Man out and I got Daredevil out.
If this part of New Wave New York was just
What am I supposed to do? Is he glitching out? Wait. Maybe Sony will give us a season 3. I hope so. I don't know, because I think doesn't Disney own TV rights to Spider-Man or cartoon rights? I remember they gave that up a while back to, I can't remember what the details were. I think that was,
So, apparently,
the only
doing
way
whatever a spider can doesn't
Disney
cover
would
this.
let, I can't remember if that's what the details were, if the reason why Disney let Sony do the Amazing Spider-Man films was they had to give up TV rights, I think. And all these voices are distracting. I'm going to have to turn that down lower. Okay. That's better, I guess. That was what I heard. I could be wrong. I have no idea. Where am I supposed to go? Okay, get down. Okay. Where are you? Where are you, Spider-Ham? You were here. I'm not sure if that's true. That's pretty depressing. Yeah, it is. I heard details about what Marvel stuff will be on the Disney Plus subscription service. I read an article and I was expecting, I might just pause this for a minute. I was expecting they'd have all of the Marvel films, all of the MCU films on their day one, or at least within the first few weeks. From what I read, and this is very disappointing. From what I read, day one, they will only have Iron Man, Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, and Captain Marvel. So basically, Iron Man 1, which I heard was pretty good, and the rest were either bad or problematic. So that's going to be day 1, and then they said within, I think the first 8 months, or the first few months, they're going to add 8 more films, or 8 more MCU films. I'm like, I feel like isn't that like false advertising? Didn't they say they were going to have all the films on Disney Plus? I thought they said that. And they also added that the Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon, the recent one, and the shitty 2017 Spider-Man cartoon, they'll both be on the service as well. For some reason. Now the character just disappeared. Wait, is this where I was supposed to go? No, that's not it. I'll have to find that article, but I did read up on that. I think I know why I never even finished the main story of this, but all these character things are a bit more difficult. Well, the good thing is, in the title of my video, I never said that this was going to be a LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 stream. So, I could always see, if you're willing to stick around, I might just not even bother playing this. I might just move on to doing some Arkham Knight stuff. Yeah. I guess they'll come later, but why start with the worst crap? Iron Man is great, but the rest is not. I heard, I think from what I read of the 8 films, I think I saw, I can't even remember which 8 they are, but I remember seeing Captain America Winter Soldier, which that's a good pick, because I've seen that movie. That's better than the majority of the films. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and I think there was a couple others. But, I'll have to see if I find that article, but... I might just quit this. I don't know. I might quit this and I'll get, Arkham Knight going maybe, or Arkham City or something, I don't know. If you're willing to stick around, that is. I think I can, I don't know if I can, I think you can switch games on stream. I can back out of this, but I don't know if it would be paused or not. I don't think I've ever switched a game on a stream before. I don't know if that would work, or if that would cut off the stream temporarily. Okay, I'm supposed to go right there. Well, it's supposed to show me, that's what I hate. It's supposed to show me a light. I couldn't see all these tall ass buildings. There we go. I'm between streams. I'll try to stick around. Okay, that's cool. Just out of curiosity, were you subscribed to me? Did you subscribe to me? Cause I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done stuff. It's cool though, cause I think it's cool that you got to join in the stream. I know I subscribed. I'm pretty sure I subscribed to you. I mean, I could always look on my dashboard and see who subscribed to me, but thank you for subscribing to me if you did.
This is a public safety alert. There are currently 5 reported incidents.
This damn game. Come on. Get down. Get down. Okay. Let's try Agent
I've been
Venom.
keeping tabs on Venom and Carnage for a while now, trying to stop them from causing trouble. After all, the last thing I need is people on a witch hunt for anyone with the symbiote. But I lost track of them.
I think I subscribed to you a while back, but it's the first time I got a notification from your channel. That's so weird.
Last I heard, they got
usually notifications work for some of the other people subscribed to me, but
doesn't feel
fine.
right that they just disappeared after. Think you could help me track them down?
If you want, I don't know if it'll do much more, but you could hit the I mean, I never really ask people to hit the notification bell, but if you hit it, it'd be easier. You could be notified for other streams, future streams, so or future videos.
Thanks. I've tried asking around once, but maybe you'll have more luck.
Okay. Okay, I think investigate point. Okay, so this will be a bit easier. Points of interest, huh?
So, did you find anything out? Try asking the locals if they.
Okay, this will be a bit easier, I think.
Suspicious and gooey.
I'll look around and see. I want to at least get one Spider-Man character on this. Here we go. Here's somebody.
I saw the beast. It moves swiftly between cities, consuming its victims in one, only to regurgitate them in the next. They call it the Kango Rail Car.
Okay. That's the thing.
Still no sign of them here.
So, do I just keep adding parking tickets? Normally this model moves out of the way when it gets a ticket, but there's nothing in the handbook for when they don't. Nothing.
Okay, let's see.
Apparently, there's some shady kidnapping rackets going on down in the maintenance tunnel.
What are the weather settings today?
I just have to find. I just need to find 4 more people, hopefully.
Any news other than official Kang news is a crime punishable by lifelong imprisonment. Also, did you hear
YouTube is weird about notifications. I missed so many comments because of that. Yeah, it's crazy.
If you've got business at Oscorp, you're out of luck. There's nobody on the reception desk.
I hit the bell before YouTube just lives to fuck everyone. Yeah.
Looked like he'd had a scare.
Okay, that's 2. That's 2. Let me see who else.
This part of New Wave, New York was just lifted straight out to be part of Chronopolis. Does that mean there's just a big hole where it used to be?
In some good Spider-Man news or Spider-Man related news today, I am in New York. I might as well announce this. Or mention this. They announced it was already mentioned before, but in today's Marvel November solicitations, they revealed more details about the return of the 2099 books. I think there's gonna be There's gonna be one called, I guess 2 one-shots. 2099 Alpha number 1. 29. Whoa, that was weird. One person just became 3 people. 2099 Omega number 1, and then there's gonna be a couple one-shots or series or something. I remember hearing, okay, I think Spider-Man 29 is obviously coming back. I think they said, I remember seeing Spider-Man 2099, Punisher 2099, Doctor Doom 2099, and then oddly enough, Conan the Barbarian 2099.
But that's nothing new. Big Rock Panther is
So
always there.
those are coming. I'm like, well, is Daredevil 2099 coming back?
Apparently, there's some shady kidnapping rackets going on down in the maintenance tunnels.
That'd be cool if they brought back, I think his name was Samuel Fisk. That was the one. He was, I know that I've never read the one shot, but I know the description of the whole thing was Samuel Fisk was Fisk's grandson, and his whole thing is that he didn't want to become like his grandfather Wilson Fisk, so Samuel Fisk became the thing that his grandfather hated the most, so he became Daredevil 2099. And I think that's screaming, that's like someone like that's basically screaming, make me an ongoing book. But for whatever reason, throughout all these years, he's only gotten a one shot in 2004, and then he appeared in like 2 or 3 issues of Spider-Man, the 2015 Spider-Man 2099 book. So I don't know why they never gave him an ongoing, because he sounds really interesting.
Hi.
And I mean, based on this, I kind of just like, the layout or the world map of the first game more, because this is too big and you get too lost. I haven't read comics in a long time because of the current state of them all. Well, some of them are still good. I dropped DC because of all that Dan Didio moron bullshit, because Wally West kept getting fucked over, and I'm like, it's like, I stuck with DC from Rebirth up until, I think, earlier this year. I was already dropping a couple books before, but Heroes in Crisis is like, nuh-uh. So, I've been taking my chances with Marvel. The Daredevil book currently is by Chip Zdarsky. That's been pretty good. And I mean, there's been stuff. Didio, what did he do? Dude, do you know what happened with Heroes in Crisis? Do I need to have to break the unfortunate news? Because, I mean, currently Wally's getting a new 6-issue miniseries called Flash Forward, so I mean, it's something, but Heroes in Crisis, just no. Okay, give me.
Anything else out?
And he's about the runaway symbiotes.
Panic at Oscorp, huh? There could be something to that, if we knew what spooked the guy.
Tell me. Oh.
Not the big, dark, snarly thing we're looking for, I'm afraid.
Okay. Alright, so Alright, so for the past... Okay, from the start of Rebirth up until, I think it was when he appeared in Flash last year, I believe. Wally, when Wally came back, Linda couldn't remember who he was. Linda, his wife, couldn't remember who he was. His kids, he was looking for his kids. So, leading up to that point, because DDO, Barry and the others said they were gonna look for his kids, but they just forgot about it in the other books. So after Flash War, Wally was admitted into Sanctuary. Sanctuary was this sort of, it was supposed to be like kind of therapy, recovery type deal for superheroes. So they treated the whole thing, him looking for his kids, as almost a bad thing for him. So he was in Sanctuary, and then he lost it, and he... Apparently they retconned, I guess they retconned the Speed Force into being tied to his emotions, which, as far as I know, was never a thing. And he lost it, and he, because he was already losing it slightly because DDO, he went and it was accidental. It was accidental, but he had killed some people because of powers and stuff. I wouldn't say they just forgot about it. They, like, at the end of the book, they said they were gonna look for his, like, actually look for his kid, so and then he wouldn't have to worry about it, because he was getting constantly looking all over, not taking any breaks. I think constantly in costume, like, zooming around the world. And then they said, like, oh, well, we'll look for your kids, and as far as I know, nobody really, like, they would always say that, oh, we couldn't find them, and it just didn't matter. So, by that point, with Heroes in Crisis, in the first issue, I was already pissed off from issue 1. In the first issue, they killed him off panel. They just had Superman arrive at Sanctuary, and then in the main room you see the lifeless bodies of Wally West and Roy Harper, and then Superman, because he has X-ray vision, and superheroing, he couldn't see or hear a heartbeat. So it was like, I found 2 casualties confirmed dead. So first I was pissed about that. You can find the video. I have a video of me getting pissed over that. And then I did a video that was April 24th, 2019, the day I stopped giving my money to DC Comics. That was the video that I covered. I was, I think, one of the first people, because I think the info about Heroes in Crisis number 9, which was the last issue, got leaked early, I think. And as far as I know, I was one of the first ones on YouTube, at least, to cover the fact that they went and they, in the last issue, Harley Quinn, of all fucking people, went, and because of I think one of the indirect casualties that he had, like, killed was Ivy, and then Ivy came back, and then I think he was helping. They did this future Wally, past Wally thing, and it didn't make any sense. But Ivy came back. Harley was like, oh, we're kind of okay now, but because, like, just, like, come here real quick. And then, for no fucking reason, she went, let me fix this. She went and she kneed him in the crotch, which he has super speed. She wouldn't be able to do that. But she kneed him in the crotch, and the comic ends with him getting arrested, and he's sitting in his cell, and he's like just sitting there, defeated. And icing on the cake, I looked on an unofficial site with the issue, and like the narration, it makes it sound like, oh, this is a hopeful future, like, and it's like icing on this shit cake. It's like they make it sound like, oh, there's gonna be hope coming, but visually, like, the panel of the character is showing the complete opposite. He is arrested, like, has his head, like, he's like crouched on like a seat or sitting on the floor or something, and he's sad and he's broken and defeated. And I'm like, how the fuck is that hope? How is that hope? And it just, I was like, I'm through. The only thing, at least comic wise, that I'm getting from DC moving forward, I'm getting, eventually going to be getting the rest of the issues that made up Adventures of the Super Sons, but I'm done. Other than that, and possibly Flash Forward. But, like I said, and if anybody says that I'm being privileged or snooty or whatever, I actually read just about most everything Wally was in for 2 fucking years. 2 years. From DC Universe Rebirth #1 to the issues where him and the Titans did nothing in Titans, the first run of Titans Rebirth. The only bright spot he ever got, he had, I think, 10 issues in Flash Rebirth. And that was the only bright spot. And I couldn't take it anymore. And this wasn't the start of this shitting on the character too. They did this stupid thing after they had this Teen Titans crossover where it was Teen Titans, Titans, and Deathstroke, and it was called the Lazarus Contract. And the end of the Lazarus Contract, because Damian, being a punk bitch in this like mini-series, killed a past Wally, present day Wally briefly disappeared, and then when he came back, because past Wally I think suffered a heart attack at the hands of Damian, when present Wally came back, he had a heart condition and he could barely use his powers. They fixed it, but there was that, and then he got killed off like 3 or 4 times in the Titans book, only to come back. Let's just say it was a disaster. I hope it still says that you're here. I hope you were able to get through all of that without getting as mad as I am, because if you do, you're a champ, man. You are a champ. It's been a bad time. It's been a bad time for me, and it's been a bad time for DC, because they're going full 180. I see why I stopped reading comics. They're running out of ideas. Yeah. With DC, it's not that they're running out of ideas, it's that they want to be, like, and it goes completely against what DDO said at the start of Rebirth. They said that they were going to be bringing back hope in the DC universe, and, like, currently, there's barely any hope left. Like, Superman and Lois, I don't even know if they're still together. They screwed Batman out of a marriage. They've done a whole bunch of things that, and it goes against their message of hope. And then they have this dark edgelord, like, whatever, evil Batman. And it's like, it hasn't been going good at all. But, and I've been taking my chances with Marvel at this point, but I've only been reading just the few good books left from them. But anyways, they're going back to the old DCEU, which is very stupid, because you would think they would know. They would know this didn't work. This didn't work with the movies. Nobody was reading it with the comics, so they should have been like, hey, let's have hope. Let's have not be this pessimistic, dark shit. But they just want to lose money.
This is a public safety alert. There are currently 5 reported incident reports in the local area due to Cybernet overuse.
I'm probably just I'm gonna quit this, but I'm gonna move on to Arkham Knight. I'm gonna see if I can switch games on stream. I hope I can. The whole point of this stream was supposed to be talking, like, shitting on Disney, so I'm gonna try to see about getting back on topic here in just a minute. I mean, it sounds that way. Everyone sounds depressed again. I mean, yeah. On air. Okay, so I'm still on air. Okay. Let me switch